Hi, hello, welcome to Chaos and Cats. Spooky edition. Spooky. You know, I'll change up the music, the intro. Maybe I don't know if I'll change up the intro music, but I'll change up the background music at least
We'll
to
get
be
the
more
spooky music happening.
spooky Halloween music in the background.
Yep.
It's great.
It's not the last anybody's gonna hear that. Don't you worry. No.
You're probably gonna hear that about 30,000 more times. Who knows? We'll find out.
Or more. I'd say more.
Well, it has been a whole while. Now, for you guys, probably it's not been that long since you've heard Laura and I talk, you know? There's that month break, but whatever. Laura and I haven't sat down to record. Well, we did the game, but we haven't really sat down to talk and record and do a main episode in well over a month.
It's true. It's true.
So, you know,
so
here we
here.
are. So
we're doing it. We're
here
a
we
little
are.
rusty. Gotta shake
getting
off
back
what the fuck
into
are we
the
doing?
swing of it. You know, remembering how we do things. It's fine. We'll figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it a little different today. We're gonna tell some spooky stories later instead of doing split topics, so it's gonna be fun. But before that, Laura, how you been? How you doing? We don't have to do a full back catalog.
We don't. We
check-in.
shouldn't. Because, oh girl.
There's a lot, too much. Even I'm
Yes,
like,
there's
I
too
can't
much.
do that much.
I just
you
looked
know
at
what?
my calendar and
Go
I was
to
like,
our
oh my
social
God.
media. We did a little post
Yes,
about what we had going on
it's true.
in the month of August.
Yes.
Because August was a busy month for the two of us.
It was, and honestly, September's been busy.
And
but at least
September
we've been able to
was-
get some stuff in.
I was gonna say September was also a busy month-ish, but we only got a couple episodes out in September. So, but October we got 3 main episodes coming to you. It's gonna be spooky. You're gonna have a couple game episodes in there. We're gonna figure out how to make those spooky. It's gonna be
we're
a
making them
spooky bunch of episodes for the next month. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so fun. Join us. I feel like my mom's big into Halloween, so I've always kind of been big into Halloween, but I get into
do love
it more and
Halloween.
more, I think, each year.
I probably not this year, but I think next year I'm gonna actually decorate for Halloween.
I mean, you
outside
still got
and stuff.
time. It's not
I don't
even
think I'm gonna do
October.
it this year.
It's just a lot. Trust me.
Yeah, I think, and we don't really have anything.
I get that. I
you
don't
know?
decorate outside much. I mostly
wanna do a
decorate
little
inside,
bit.
and then I get some mums or something
You
to
know, I'm not doing anything crazy. I want to put out a couple pumpkins this year. You know,
yes.
I would
mean,
like to
that's
sit
kinda my
down
go-to, if I'm
and
being
carve a
honest.
couple pumpkins to put out on the front steps. That'll be cute. But
Some
next year,
gourds. Get
maybe
some
next
gourds
year,
in there.
put up some more just a little extra decoration for the Halloween season, you know, maybe more than just the pumpkins. Maybe put a little door thing up, you know, a wreath. I have one of those summers, but I don't know where it is right now, so it's not going up this year. But you know, put up a wreath and, you know, put some pumpkins out and
Now,
just decorate. Maybe
question,
wrap some
though.
stuff around the little pole that we have up
Okay,
front.
that would be cute.
You know,
I
some little
feel like
garlands.
just based off of your vibes, I know the answer to this, but it's funny because are you more of a Halloween decorate or a fall decorate? Because I'm a fall decorate. I don't really do a Halloween.
Love doing the Halloween decorate, but I'm a bit more fall. I like a good mix. I like a mix of the two. Like, don't get me wrong. Target released a collection for this home goods collection, and it's got this like burgundy glassware and this like pitch black glassware that like it's got this like beautiful water or like drink, you know, with the little spigot on it, you know, one of those little things. It's fucking beautiful. There's like a couple pieces that I would love to buy because they're just and not even like just to decorate in my home with because
like, long
they're
term
beautiful, but especially the burgundy glass. But yeah, I like a mix of the two. Bit more fall, but
Same.
like a little bit of Halloween in there, you know? I wouldn't mind one day having a 12-foot skeleton, or what is it? Is that what it is? The 12-foot? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I have a neighbor that has one, and it's out all year round.
But that's the thing is, I wouldn't take it down. I would keep it up year round, and then I would just decorate for the seasons.
It's kind of funny to watch.
And when we're out of a holiday season, I'll decorate it as like one of the many skeleton characters I like. Like there's a couple from some animes we like we'll do like we'd probably do like Einzel Gone from one of the animes we watch, and then like maybe Jack Skellington for Halloween, you know, Santa Claus for Christmas.
And just like during the summer or spring, you can have it like in a meditation position, or you can have it like hiding in your woods. Put a bikini on it. Or something. Yes.
Put a bikini on it in the summertime.
What is the thing?
Oh,
a lei?
Yeah, the flower. You're thinking of the flower necklace?
Yes, that's
that would be a lei.
To be with the
and then
bikini.
you gotta put a sun hat, and then you gotta get like a big sun hat for it. Mm-hmm.
See all the ways. They also have a giant skeleton dog to go with it. Just so
they have like a giant werewolf one. I've seen someone that has there's one house that I drive by for work. And they put out like a werewolf one for the Halloween season with their skeleton.
I love that.
Yeah.
The dedication. I just don't have it in me.
There's one house. I think they keep them up year round. I can't remember. But they've got they've got a couple of the big skeletons, and they've got one that's kind of broken down, and they've got a skeleton dog with one of the femurs like in its mouth, like running away with it.
I love
that. They've got the top half of it like crawling on the ground, and the bottom and like its bottom half is standing up somewhere. It's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like they had fun with it, and I was like, that's cool. I wouldn't mind doing something like that one day, but maybe not. I don't know if I'm not really big into the having to put it up and then take it down. Once I put it up, I want to just leave it there.
Leave it there kind of forever. Yeah, honestly, my decorating for fall is putting out some fake, like, decoration, like pumpkins and mushrooms, honestly, and some little cute little scarecrows on all my bookshelves or whatever, and that's what we got for you.
Yeah, I've been considering grabbing a couple pumpkins. And then maybe getting a couple of cute little ones to put with the ones we carve, you know?
Yes.
So, but yeah, I was considering doing that at some point. Maybe sometime this coming week or whatever, put out some little fall decorations. Some pumpkins. Do some pumpkins.
I like fall a lot.
I love fall. Fall is great. It's beautiful, first of all.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful season, first of all. The weather, great.
Yes.
Honestly,
best fall we've had in a long time. Weather-wise?
Oh God, yeah. It's because we're coming out of a drought. It's because we're coming out of a severe drought. But
don't talk about.
We just got some rain the past few days, so that was good. And the other day it rained a lot, which was great. Yes. I was like, fucking
flood
fantastic.
Warnings were needed.
I was like, thank God. I'm getting a little concerned.
A little concerned, but I love the sunshine.
Yeah, it's great, but
my lawn was brown, but
surprisingly, through this drought, our lawn has been surprisingly green.
That's good. There's only a couple patches in our front lawn. It's looking
There's a couple spots that aren't, like, the greatest, but she's been pretty green throughout the majority of this drought, which has been pretty surprising.
Good.
But nice. It's nice to drive around and see all the brown lawns go, my lawn's nice and green. And I'm not even watering it. I'm doing nothing for it. She's just thriving for some reason right now. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it.
I'm not gonna ask.
I think it's because we have a good mix of moss in our yard, too.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
There's a decent mix of moss in our yard, so I feel like that plays a factor into the ability of our grass to stay greener and probably maintain more moisture.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
I feel like things have been just crazy though. I have been trying to spend more time just outside of my backyard. I got
same. Anytime I'm just like, I just step outside for like 5 minutes even.
Yes,
like,
I'm just like, so let me just like take a deep breath and be in.
I'll be like inside and I'll look outside and I'm like, oh, it's so nice out there. I'm gonna step outside for a few minutes and I'll just step out into the backyard for a few minutes and just like walk around or something. Like,
isn't that so nice?
It's so nice. It's so nice.
I love being able to do that. Aside from, it's like, I think the only exciting thing that I will say that I did is, I don't know if I told you this, but I went to a concert. I went to a Lawrence concert.
I don't think you told me this, no.
They're a band that I saw open for John Bellion when I saw him a bunch of years ago. Yeah. And I thought they were super fucking cool, and now he, I think, produces them. And does all that with them. And they are like a jazzy pop, very fun band. They've got crazy vocals, and they were so much fun though in person. And since they're still kind of on the down low, it was kind of a venue, a smaller venue. Yeah. And it was really cool to see them quite up close, and they're like very like theater kid vibes almost. Yeah, it's very theatrical, I like that. And it was so much fun.
I love that. Oh my gosh, there is a play that I have recently heard of. I think it's called Huzzah or something like that. It's about going to a Renaissance fair. It's a Renaissance fair play. The people who turned Mean Girls and the Heathers into plays, musicals, are the ones doing it. It's going to be a musical about Renaissance fairs. And
what is this called? Huzzah?
I think it's called Huzzah. I'm following them on Facebook.
Huzzah, the musical. It does say it is a musical.
I recommend following them on Facebook or watching a couple of their clips because it's fucking hilarious and I need to see this. I sent it to my friend Amber, but I forgot to send it to you because you're my other musical friend. So we need to try to see this if it comes anywhere near us.
Sounds good.
It just looks like it's gonna be so fun.
I've never seen the Mean Girls musical, but I've heard the music, and
I've heard it's really good.
Funny.
I've heard
that is funny.
I've heard the Heathers one and the Mean Girls one are really good musicals. I've just never seen them, but
honestly, anything on Broadway is gonna be good.
But I've been seeing a couple of clips of the music that they're doing, and like just a couple of clips of like the scenes, and it's so funny. It's
just
so
this
good.
Alone is so great.
It's so great.
I'm just like, what is happening?
I need to see this in like person. I need to experience this. Also, as someone who loves going to Renaissance fairs,
how do I get in this musical? Like, how can I be in this musical?
I think there's literally yes. Like, how do I get into this one? Like, let me in.
Part of this, please.
But I think they're still working on it. I don't think it's like
ready to be a
I don't know yet. I'm still following and watching them. So
yet? No, clearly not. Because look at them. Look at them. They have whole Huzzah musical numbers happening. But I'm just like, I'm jealous. That's my
so we need to like actually
right there, bro.
Same. So we need to see that one. That one needs to happen.
You guys are gonna. I don't know your friend, but you're also gonna see a side of me of going to a musical, and they could be singing something so ridiculous, and I will still be crying just because I'm like, this is so cool. I can't believe this is happening.
That's okay. We won't judge you.
Because I almost did it at the Lawrence concert, and I'm like, don't do this again, Laura. I'm off my meds, so I'll just
never judge you for crying
about everything.
You're having.
It's my life every time. Well, I went to see The Lion King when I was like freaking 14 in the opening number.
Laura, it's okay. You're an emotional person,
bawled.
And you feel things so intently that you
kind of pisses me off.
Honestly, same.
There are times where things down. Pick one. All right.
Honestly, same. There are times where I'm like so angry and I'm crying and I'm like, I don't want this right now. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
That's great. Yeah,
embrace the feelings.
I think the only significant thing right now for us is that we've had to fix our laundry room floor. I don't know if I've told you anything about that.
No, because I texted you and you said that. I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. So when we bought the house, the laundry room floor was separated a bit, so we already knew when we bought the house that we were gonna have to go in and fix her up a bit.
Of course.
So
she's laughing because it's a bit.
It's never just a bit. Listen, it's never just a bit. So we got a hold of a family friend that is in construction and all that stuff. He's got his own business and everything, and had him come by to check it out and see what we need to do. What's she looking like?
What's that going on?
And essentially we were told that really he recommends just because, so the laundry room is an addition that was added on to the house at some point.
Is it the little
windowed
area?
Yeah, because when you go into the kitchen and you go through that back door down in there so he basically told us that he recommends tearing down the whole addition and redoing it. And we were just like, that's a lot different.
Option B.
And we were like, and that's a lot different than what we were expecting. We were thinking maybe just replace the floor, so because when they built the addition, they didn't attach it to the house properly. They basically just balanced it against the house.
They did like a lean-to situation?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, cool.
So, at some point, the wood underneath got exposed to water and rotted.
No.
That's what happens when you don't do it proper, it's fine. So, there was the option for a temporary fix. It is a temporary fix. At some point, it is going to have to be redone. It... underneath is pretty bad. So basically what we ended up doing is him and his dad cut open the chunk of the floor where it was dropping. And as soon as they opened it up, they saw the wood. It was just all rotted away. The support was there. It just was...
It was sinking.
Rotten and falling apart and disappearing.
Disintegrating.
Slowly but surely. So they went in, they put in a bunch of support underneath with cinder blocks and wood and rocks and blah, 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 and rebuilt a whole new little frame. Nick learned how to do all that, and...
That's pretty cool. I want to learn
closed
how to do
her
that.
up. Basically repaired that spot in the floor. We've essentially put a nice sturdy band-aid on her. That's hopefully gonna last long enough that maybe we don't have to be the ones to redo the addition if we decide to sell in a few years,
True. Yeah.
Who knows? Or we do it. We got time to figure that out now.
Exactly.
Because I was like, I can't afford to do that right now. I need a few years to save for that. Thank you.
Thanks for that news, but I
told us
taking that as mine.
He told us he told Nick a way they could go through and do it and everything, and they ended up going in building a new little frame. It ended up working out. It looks good. this has been this week's project.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still doing it. I just got the floor painted. I threw on the final coat of the brown, and before we started recording, I went out there to check it. It's all dried. It's all good. It literally looks like chocolate.
Somebody clean up the chocolate.
Literally, I opened the can and poured it out, and I started spreading it on the white, and it just looked like melted chocolate. Like I was just smearing
kind of
chocolate.
wanted to lick it.
I
There was
literally
a thought
kind
that was
honestly,
like, don't do it.
It was
Kaylee,
like
don't
liquid
do it.
chocolate. I was like, this is insane. It's a bit more chocolatey looking than I was expecting, but it's still really nice. It's still pretty. I like the brown, because that room is eventually going to be red, so I needed a brown that was gonna.
I hope you look good then.
So, but yeah, it's like a little bit darker than what it was before. It looks good. It looks good.
And it didn't cost $20,000.
No.
No.
A few hundred.
Yeah.
A few $100.
Because unless the lottery becomes into our near future,
That's not happening.
Yeah. We're working on it. I'm working on manifesting some
Same.
stuff,
Same.
alright?
Same. So.
Not to be one of those people, but it's been working.
But you know what? I'm at that point, so I'm willing to be one of those people.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Exactly. And we are in desperate times, folks.
Yes. And I believe in magic, alright? I don't know what to tell people, but I just do. If you
I
can
don't know what to
believe
tell you.
in your book, I'm believing
It's
in
kind of
magic.
like magic.
Kinda.
Yes.
Scary
In
magic.
your minds it is, I guess. Whoever believes
It's
in
kind of
it.
scary magic, but okay.
Well, not all magic is,
That's true. I believe in good magic, alright?
But there is bad magic out there.
Yes.
There is.
But we'll fuck it up.
Well,
Fuck it up with love.
we've had our little chit chat, getting back into it. How about we hop into the kitty corner, my dear Laura, and we throw some cat facts and cat stories on these people. All right, as usual, we start with the cat facts. I have to think about that for a minute. I'm like, I think it's cat facts and then stories.
We do the cat fact and then a story.
Okay,
It's
so
Saturday
Laura
night.
and I, it is a Saturday night. Laura and I wanted to try to do creepy cat facts and cat stories. We're trying to keep in the spooky, ooky-ish themes. So there's not really a lot of creepy cat facts, but we got some weird little facts about cats. I'm going to give you a couple of them. Why not?
It's the holidays,
So
you know?
this one is, I feel like we've all heard about this one, and I can't remember if we've mentioned this one before, but, cats can infect you with love.
I do believe we have heard that, yes.
And I believe we've shared that one before, but I just
Correct.
wanted to remind everybody, but cats can give you a legitimate parasite called toxoplasmosis, and it just makes you love them so much. Sometimes it gives you headaches, sometimes it gives you fatigue and seizures, but
It's for the love of the cat.
it's for the love of the cat.
No
It's
big
fine. So, as you may or may not know, cats have a third eyelid, which several animals have third eyelids, and that's only visible when they have eye problems or when they're sleeping with their eyes partially open. With cats, however, this third eyelid is called a haw and can only be seen when they're not feeling well. So if you see those little third eyelids popping out, your cat might need to be going to the vet. Or might not be feeling too good. Also, cats can drink seawater, which is just crazy.
And they'll be, like, hydrated from it?
Yeah, so unlike other animals, cats have kidneys that can filter out salt and use the water content to hydrate themselves, and other animals, including humans, Seawater causes deadly hydration, yet the feeling of only being thirstier. Yeah, so cats can drink seawater and get hydrated from it because their kidneys are able to filter out the salt. It's crazy. Cats are the superior, like...
I know. Why didn't that not become evolution of us, too, you know?
For real.
Bullshit. What are our kidneys doing? I know a lot, but, like, not enough all at the same time.
I don't know, but we can't filter out salt water.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So...
That is our spooky kitty corner.
Well, no, hold on. That's just the cat back. That's just the cat back, bro.
I'm excited about my spooky songs.
Hold on. All right.
Yes,
now we're moving into the cat stories. And we have found some paranormal cat stories. This comes from meowingtons.com. It is Paranormal Captivity, 10 scary stories of paranormal pets. So here's the first little story. They're not long. They're just like a couple sentences long. Not super long stories. A few years ago, we were having work done on the bathroom upstairs. The plumber was in and out all through the front door. And after he'd done, and after he was done, he had said, "I'm sorry, but I've just let your Siamese cat through the front door and he's gone upstairs." I pointed to the one in the room with me and he said, "No, not that one, the very dark seal point one." I said, "Ah, okay, thank you." The seal point one had died a couple of years earlier. Only the torty point was left. So that was the little haunting from their little kitty cat, though. You know. Aww. Here's another one. It's called I'll Keep You Warm. This may be more sweet than creepy. We had a dog that was a chow and a golden retriever mix. Is this about a dog?
Yep.
Oh, this is about a dog.
We don't do that on this show. Ew.
Just because one of us has a dog doesn't
Get
mean...
those dogs out of here. Ugh, gross. Ugh.
After my father died, Cricket, a cat he loved, refused to come into my house. He kept looking at a spot above the mantel in the living room and would not come any further. He definitely saw something that frightened him. It was odd because he had never done that before. Interesting.
I wonder what he was seeing.
I know.
Because you'd think if it was what's-his-face who died, then he would maybe be happy about that. Or at least not scared.
And then here's one last one. When I was a kid, my first pet was a cat with no tail. After he died, I'd sometimes see his silhouette walk across me at night. When I'd wake up randomly, I had 2 other cats, but I knew it was him because his silhouette also had no tail. That and my other cats would usually be on the floor.
Aww.
We'll be haunted by kitty cats.
I want to be haunted by my other dog.
Right.
Honestly, I just want to be haunted altogether.
You know.
It's on my bucket list, but I think, again, I've said this again, I want it too much that they don't want to haunt me.
Yeah, they smell your desperation.
Yeah. They smell your desperation.
I said that to Nick. What did I say that to you about the other? What was I saying that about? Fuck.
But it's true. It's true. I legitimately think that's why they're like, nah.
No, I didn't. But you couldn't hear. No, because I said you smell. They smell your desperation to you about something, but I can't remember what it was.
I think my neighbor liked me.
I don't think that's what it was, but oh no, it was our neighbors. Yeah.
No,
I just want my neighbor to
Yeah,
like
and
me.
oh yeah, and then his boss was wanting to get him back and stuff like that, and yeah, so we were talking about the smell of desperation. They can smell your desperation. It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen because you want it. Until you don't want it anymore, you're done.
But that was never gonna happen, so therefore it's never gonna happen. That makes me really sad. I will will it into existence.
I'm so sorry, Laura.
I went to Lizzie Borden's freaking house, alright?
And
I didn't get ghosty vibes even at all. And
Nothing
I'm
happened.
pretty good at, like, feeling the spook. I just
But
don't
not that
see
day.
nothing happen, you know?
not that day.
Maybe
No
it's
spook
because
spook for
maybe
Laura.
because I'm not spooked of Lizzie Borden, because she probably shouldn't have killed people, but I understand her potential reasons. But that's for another spook episode. another
That's for another
October.
episode.
another October day. Are you
Alrighty.
you wanna go for a spook
Well,
story?
we
Numero uno?
are gonna transition here to our stories. We're gonna read some little Reddit stories that we found, mainly from the Let's Not Meet category.
Yes.
Because I was telling Laura that I enjoy listening to the videos that there's a YouTube channel and podcast where they read these Let's Not Meet stories on there. Go check that out.
Go check that out, because that was inspirational for us
Yeah,
today.
so we're gonna read some of these. A little creepy, a little spooky, little like what the fuck.
What is happening?
So why don't we start out with a little story? I don't know. I'll start with this one. This one's it's got a little bit of length, but okay.
Okay.
This one comes from a writer named Williams. It's called Poker Face. So this happened in Antioch, California. It was around 2 a.m. I was at a friend's house, safe in a warm, sheltered suburbia. We were having a lot to drink, chit-chatting, enjoying ourselves. Of course, when you're having fun, time hits the fast-forward button and those few minutes turn into an hour. I had too much to drink. My friend has a bit of an abrupt bedtime, so I had to dodge out early. Still intoxicated. I felt too shameful thinking I'd be asking too much to stay in his house to sleep off the drunkenness. I disagree. I suppose he was either too rude or too drunk to consider it himself. Whatever. Sometimes a little inconvenience makes you appreciate everything else. I needed about another hour or so to sober up and drive back. As fast as time passed during my stay, it drastically slowed down as soon as I stepped out of his house. It was a cul-de-sac area, a concrete jungle with the stem of the street breaking into a fork. Alongside the road, my car was parked. The only street light that worked was in the middle of the cul-de-sac circle. About 80 yards away, I stumbled towards my car, produced my keys, felt the metal line up, opened my door, and shifted in the back seat. Because this was a dark, strange, and unfamiliar neighborhood, I took the leftover newspapers and a sweater in my back seat to cover myself up. I was a little scared. I wanted to camouflage myself and not be some guy awkwardly sitting in his car waiting for time to pass in order to drive home. I couldn't fall asleep. The uncomfortable feeling of a cheap back seat bed enshrouded in darkness didn't make the chance of slumber easier. It felt too ominous, and of course, my mind began to wander. I thought of worst-case scenarios, like how the police would shine their lights on me through the window or a drunk driver hitting my car. And wait, in the distance, about 100 yards away, I could hear footsteps approaching. The gravel scuffed with each step forward, growing in proximity, but periodically taking stops. I wondered why until it made sense in my mind. Whoever it was probably looking through cars carefully, with the intent to steal one. I couldn't recall how many cars were on the block, but I counted 3 full stops until he was at my window, breathing. I froze. There was no more than 1 foot between us. The car encapsulated me as I lay hidden beneath backseat clutter, forming myself into an object, trying my hardest to be unnoticeable, unmoving, and simply not there. I see you, said a 40-plus-year-old man in a perverse baby talk. Imagine when you're playing hide and seek and one of your friends tricks you in coming out. He said in that tone of voice as if baiting me, like he was questioning whether the clutter on the back seat was just clutter or a person. I didn't want to move or check the window. I remained clutter. Give me an Academy Award. My body reacted by minimizing my breathing so much that I felt paralyzed. I dare not look. My eyes fixated on the back of the passenger seat. I didn't blink. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. My heart was pounding so hard it shook my body with each throb. He circled around the car. My ears didn't fail me. I heard the steps. I felt like I was a part of the car. I could feel him touching the trunk as he carefully pressed down on it, as if to test the alarm, as if to test me. I was in the middle of fight or flight. I couldn't... You're in freeze mode right now, buddy.
Yeah.
I couldn't do either without elevating danger. I was frozen and hoping to God he was bluffing. He circled the car again. The door handle to my right jiggled. He was pulling it multiple times. I see you. Same tone, but more agitated and stressed, more convinced that he was trying to make the clutter move, revealing itself to be his expectations that it was me. My muscles tensed like a cow before slaughter. Tap, tap, tap. That had to be metal against glass. Take a penny right now and tap your window. A crowbar? A knife? A rock? A gun? My eyes fixated on the seat in front of me, never averting my gaze, like he was. I was covered enough to where I couldn't see beyond the seat in front of me. I know I couldn't see him, but I could feel his eyes resting on top of me. My name is Poker Face. What's yours? The voice changed in a lower demand and a serious tone. My mind forced a visual. It wasn't anything human. I already accepted my death. I was ready to be shot in the head and ready to take a life-changing bullet. Multiple knife wounds just to make this sleep bearable. Not excruciating as you drain me of life. I wouldn't know how to react. My thoughts grew dimmer. I imagined my friend waking up the next morning after a calm night of safe, sound sleep, only to discover my mutilated, defiled, and bloodied body hanging outside my car door. Wow. What an image.
What a picture for his bestie.
For real.
Wasn't very nice of him.
It was then that I heard nothing but my own heart. What was this person doing now? Just staring at me in the middle of the night? Talking to me? Or a messy pile in the back seat? Time froze. The footsteps were being swallowed in the distance. Thank God he left. I waited another hour until the sun showed hints of itself. I jumped in my front seat, bolted out of there wide-eyed and sober. Yeah, that one really creeped me out. When I first read it, I was like...
Like, that one, like, borderline gave me a stomach ache. I don't think I have any that are that creepy. I don't like the I see you in the creepy voice. I don't like it. And what else are you supposed to do other than literally play dead?
For real.
Like, I'm glad he relocked his car.
I know. The whole time when I was reading,
I literally
I'm like,
do that every time, and I feel like I'm paranoid, but
as soon as I get in my car...
I don't give a
as
shit.
Soon as I get in my car, I hit the lock button.
And sometimes if someone's walking by, I'll check my car, and if it's not, I'll lock it, and I'm like, sorry if you just heard that, bro, but I don't care.
Yeah, no, I got to the part when I was reading the I see you part, and I was like, yep, this is it. This is the one. I'm doing this one. I was like, I'm doing this one. This is terrifying and creepy, and I hate it.
No.
Yep. So, alright.
My name is Poker Face.
My name is Poker Face.
Okay. This is one that does not have a title to it, so We can make up one afterwards if we'd like. It says, I lived in a small college town, and my apartment complex was walking distance from the bar/downtown area. One weekday night, I stepped out on our front porch to smoke a cigarette or two. I was up late studying. I brought my textbook out with me and sat down on the stairs while I smoked. A girl who I had never met but who lived one apartment over, but down on the ground floor, came home from downtown. She was by herself, and you could tell from her walk she had been drinking. She got in her apartment and barely got the door closed before some guy, who came out of nowhere, knocked on her door. She opened, and I noticed he introduced himself, which was weird because it was after 2:30 in the morning. Who comes to a strange girl's apartment at that time? So I decided to stay outside and pay attention. Then they ended up talking for over 10 minutes. She later acknowledged how weird the situation was, but did not know how to end the conversation. He would do the creepiest things, like he reached up and stroked her hair at least 3 times, and would try and slowly inch his way closer to her and the door. I made a point of being loud with my textbook so he would know I was there, and he disappeared as eerily as he had come. We called the cops, and days later, they had the girl and me sit with a sketch artist. As soon as the sketch was made public, floods of calls came in. The guy turned out to be a serial rapist who followed lone girls home from bars and pretended to be a cab offering them a ride. This girl just got lucky because she lived so close to the bars, he didn't have a chance to pull his cab routine. Yeah. That is my one for you, y'all.
Hate that.
And she really did get lucky that someone was outside at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Alright. Here's my next one. It's called To the Creepy Guy in the Adult Video Store.
Great.
This happened 20-some years ago, but it's still really vivid in my mind. I, 40 female, was working alone in a sort of seedy area in my hometown at a 24-hour adult video/toy store. I more often than not ended up working the overnight shift. A 24-hour adult video and toy store, unnecessary.
It's bananas.
Unnecessary.
Who in their right mind is like, yes, 2 a.m., let's go there?
Drunk people, usually.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
I feel like, you know.
That makes sense, actually.
Or
I did
those
see a
rare,
lot of those.
Or those rare introverted people that work morning shift or overnights or something like that, or.
True, and they're just.
You know.
I did actually run into a lot of those when I went to Japan. They were open at all hours.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Tokyo.
I more often than not ended up working the overnight shift, which wasn't usually too bad. Occasionally we got drunk guys from the bar next door, but mostly the customers were pretty respectful. A guy came in after midnight. I was never sure of his age. He seemed like the sort of guy who was 50, but also possibly 25. Or somewhere in between. Excuse me. He had the same haircut as Johnny Depp in that god-awful Wonka movie. And he talked in this weird falsetto Michael Jackson voice. It made my skin fucking crawl.
Hey.
He asked me to call him a cab.
Can you call me a cab?
And I did.
And I did!
I nervously told him he could wait in front of the store for it. And probably made up something about paying customers only inside the store, but he ignored me, slowly making his way further into the store and making conversation. I just kept thinking this guy was definitely on something, and he was definitely going to skin me and wear me like a people suit. He was standing right next to the phone on the counter, sort of leaning against it. I kept telling him his taxi would be there any minute, and he ignored me, still asking me questions. I just remember him asking, "Do you have any pussycats?" No.
No.
I was led to believe that I'd find pussycats in here. if I had a dildo to brandish as a weapon within reach, or some
It's a
spray
zombie
lube to
weapon.
use as a makeshift pepper spray at that point, I would have used it. Thankfully, this beautiful angel of a man who decided to rent porn after midnight came in. I immediately...
I can't with the story. It's so funny. It's so bad.
I immediately greeted him and said, "Oh, I need to talk to you about your special order." When he came over to the counter to ask what I meant, I just whispered, "Please stay." And sort of jerked my head towards the creepy guy who was just smiling at us. My guardian porn renter went along with the ruse, and thank the baby Jesus, the creep went out to get his taxi. The customer asked if I was okay, and I said I was. So he went to browse. I gave him a free rental as a thank you. I swear to God, I can still hear his voice when I think about this. So possible serial killer Willy Wonka. Let's not meet again.
Let's not meet again, because... Do you have any pussycats here?
Do you have any pussycats? No, leave me alone.
here.
What the fuck?
There's your cat story, everybody. You thought you were only gonna get
There's your
short
cat
ones?
story.
Take that.
You got some. I was led to believe there'd be some
I
pussycats.
was led to believe this is...
That this establishment sold pussycats. I imagine him emphasizing just the
I think you would.
oh my god.
You know, honestly, Willy Wonka kind of has that. The Johnny Depp version has that kind of high-pitched voice as well. So, on
He does.
occasion,
He has this like.
when it gets a little
Oh.
crazy.
Is that?
So I think it just goes with the haircut at this point.
Yeah, honestly, which should be a red flag in and of itself. I'm sorry. It's if you willingly choose. I'm sorry, but it's not flattering.
Especially if you're
on anyone.
25
I've never
/ 50,
seen it.
like you're fucking yourself over with this haircut.
What an age
you know?
But I know what she
I do
means
too.
by they look 50 but could also be
absolutely
25.
know too.
I know what they mean by that because I've seen people
Yeah.
like that where you're like, are you 20 or like you are this interestingly in
What
between where you could
drugs
be either
have
really
you
young
been doing,
or
buddy?
really old with great skin.
Right.
Or it's bad skin and you could be really young because you look young, but I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should
I
see a
did know what
doctor
they meant,
regardless,
exactly.
though, okay? I'm scared for you.
That's a big age gap.
Whoa.
It's a bit concerning.
I absolutely know.
Yeah.
So that's... Yours has some wild one-liners in them. Alright, that's the title, is Wild One-Liners.
I didn't expect it to be so funny.
And they're both in creepy voices.
Because when I read it in my head, it felt much creepier, but then reading it out loud, especially once you get to the Michael Jackson falsetto part, it makes it even funnier.
Like, what the fuck is happening?
But still so creepy.
Yeah, because
still
that
so
could have
creepy.
just been a weird, creepy person or a serial killer. Like, you don't really know here. So...
There's not much in
No,
between.
there really isn't. Either way, go away.
Alright, Laura, give us your next
My
one.
next one is called Tom Isn't Really Tom. Yeah.
Tom isn't really
No.
Tom.
No, he is not. He is not really himself.
Okay. Who is Tom?
So, a little background. I, Samantha, was an only child until the age of 10 when my mother married her current husband, Tom, and had 2 children, one 10 years younger than me and one 13 years younger than me. Tom and I never really got along. He is a weird Canadian guy, which should explain everything. I mean, to me, it kind of doesn't, but okay.
Not fully, but sure.
Go for it.
I guess a
I
little
know.
bit, but sure. Go forth. Continue.
We lived in a small, quiet neighborhood away from main streets. When I was 16, I decided to have my friend Cindy sleep over to celebrate her graduating high school the next week. She was close with my mother since my mom and stepdad were both her teachers in the 7th and 8th grade. Weird. That'd be so weird. I don't think that's so weird.
I couldn't
all
be friends
set.
with you.
Mr. and Mrs. Nah.
No, I can't be your friend. I'm sorry. And if we are friends, you have to come to my house.
I'm not going to after school care right now. I'm all
No, I'm not going to your house where my teachers are your parents.
Yeah, because what if they see me say something crazy, alright? I'm all set. We have an awesome time hanging out, though, and get a text from some guys who live down the street to come smoke some pot with them when my parents go to bed. Of course, being little shithead teens, we jump on this opportunity. Of course.
Naturally.
Walking down the street at 1 a.m. in short pajama shorts and tank tops. It is a California summer, so we were quite comfortable. This group of guys drive down the street whistling, obviously drunk as they all have beers in their hands, calling for us to hop in and go with them. We politely decline and continue on our journey up the street to our prize. We hang out for an hour or so with our friends from school, we smoke, and then we are off on our merry way back home. It is about 2:30 a.m. As we go to turn onto my street, a small black car drives by us and stops and just sits there. Immediately, I panic, thinking it is my stepdad driving my brother and sister around trying to get them to go to sleep, since he often did this. Fuck, that is Tom. What the hell? Obviously, we hid, Obviously, we hid, hoping he didn't confirm it was us. Tom hops out of the car, laughing, and I'm thinking, what the actual fuck? He can't see us, so he hops back in the car and then slowly drives by where we are hiding. Reverses, while we run from end to end of the car, crouched down. We do this for a few minutes, all the while his windows are down and he is cackling maniacally. He gets back out of the car, not saying a word, and starts fucking reaching under the car for us, actually grabbing my leg at one point. I'm freaking out, wondering why he wouldn't just yell at me and make us go home. At this point, I have this weird, uneasy feeling in the pit of my stomach, which I can't place through the high, and I grab my friend and make a break for it. He drives off down the street at like 50 miles per hour looking for us. At this point, I turn to Cindy and I'm like, okay, we have to get inside before he gets home. Considering we are high out of our minds, scared we are going to get caught, this seemed like a good idea. We book it down the road and then the car drives up the road just in time. They write a little funky, sorry. We book it down the road and then the car drives up the road. Just in time, Cindy skids into the flower bush right below my street facing my bedroom window, and I dash behind my mother's SUV, which is parked on the curb. The engine revs and a few times, the laughter continues, and then my psycho stepdad drives away. Could you imagine someone just doing that and just laughing like...
No!
Just like insanely. I can hear it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm hearing it, and it's terrifying.
Like, it's your stepdad. Like, what is happening? And also, this doesn't fit into the Canadian vibe. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No! No, it's supposed to be nice and warm and loving. This is not nice, warm, or loving.
This is scary. Cindy climbs inside and holds the blinds up for me to get in. I literally dive through the window. We jump in bed and just try to calm down. Never once do we hear a door open, signaling Tom came back inside. The next day, he doesn't say a word. My mom never confronts me. Nothing. We were kind of thinking, like, hell yeah, he doesn't have proof. He can't, like, get us in trouble. And think we are the shit for weeks afterwards. So they think that, like, they got away with it, even though that was, like, a creepy experience. But the creepy part... if that wasn't creepy enough, first of all. So the creepy part, 5 years later, recently, I am drinking a glass of wine with my mom and Tom and bring up that night saying all of this stuff about how hilarious it was, and then I was so surprised he never said anything to my mom, etc. And this motherfucker turns to me with a freaked out look on his face and says, Sam, that wasn't me. I didn't even know you snuck out that night. After making him swear he wasn't lying to me, I was sick. There was someone else out there chasing us, trying to get at least one of us for who knows what reason. So, crazy lunatic guy I mistook for my stepdad. Please, for the love of God, let's not meet.
The moment she said that this dude started cackling and reaching for them, I'm like, this is not your stepdad.
Yeah, I was like,
this is not your stepdad. No.
Cackling maniacally, and it's just like,
Like, what?
I just, what?
I don't like
it either.
I hate that.
It's like a torn feeling of I don't like it, and I also don't really have a cool story to tell like this. So it's like, come on.
No. Honestly, it just...
But I think that's just because I'm oblivious. I think random shit like this has happened to me.
But what's so funny is just, like, to sit there and think, like, imagine how she felt those years later when you thought this whole time it was your stepdad who was kind of making a game out of it, of catching you being out
just,
late. Not the reality of what would actually happen. He'd be out of that car yelling your name, like, get your ass over here. Let's go. He would not be chasing you around or whatever.
I honestly can see, like, if they were, like, a teenager who pushed buttons doing something fucked up or weird like this just because they're freaking over it. But
years later, to, like, finally confront them about it because they never said anything to you, and it's fully a situation where they should have been, like, reaming your ass out for it. And you think you're getting away with it, which is just never the reality. And years later, you confront that parent, and they're just like, they're horrified, and they're like, what are you talking about? That wasn't me. What the fuck? And you're just like, yeah, okay. And they're like, no. I had no clue you snuck out.
I had no idea you
what are you talking
that
about?
Night. Like, goddamn.
Girl, you almost became a statistic.
Yeah. Very close. Could you imagine?
Like, girl.
Maniacally laughter, though? I can't.
Oh my god.
A lot of things can be happening, but can't be that. Alright?
No.
That
the maniacal
gives me the chills, alright? I'm all set.
Just some dude running around chasing these teen girls, just just like, no,
please, Nicholas, do a maniacal laugh.
Oh, he can't hear you. Nicholas, can you do a maniacal laugh?
Maniacal?
Maniacal laugh.
Creepy or Saturday morning villain?
No, like a creepy maniacal laugh. Oh, is that it? Is that the... Okay. Did you hear it? Okay, she did. Yep, yep, okay, yep.
I don't want to hear that while I'm getting chased by people. Honestly, it's...
Keep me awake.
How was that, Laura? How was that, Laura? Was that creepy enough for you? Was that...
Why does maniacal make me think more like maniac? Like more like the Joker?
I
like,
think more... Yeah. I was also thinking
that's
more
like
Joker-like.
Creeper who's like jacking himself off and giggling.
But imagine that. Imagine that as someone's chasing you and trying to pull at you from under a car. And you find out it was more sinister than it actually was. And that laughter comes back a lot differently. And you get this...
I'm gonna pee myself, stop. Because then it's like creepy enjoyment at that point, and I'm like, oh.
It is. It's more of a creepy enjoyment.
No.
It's so much worse. Congrats, dear. You made it worse.
I just wanted to get an opinion and hear it from a male's voice. You know, what does that mean? I don't know.
No, I totally get it. You wanted a male maniacal laugh. That's what we needed. We were looking for a male. And he gave us something a little different, and it kind of made it worse.
Acting, you know? There's different
It's
shades.
great. You know,
For the same
exactly.
situation.
Everyone interprets and how they act and decide how they bring it out of them.
I don't like. I'm gonna
different.
have
So
nightmares with that. Sorry, Nicholas.
honestly, exactly.
Sorry.
That's a laugh that
Sorry,
sticks with
Nicholas.
you. She said she's gonna have nightmares. So.
I'm glad to be the voice in your head.
But you are.
Oh goodness. All right. Let's throw in another story here. Let's see. Do you want he was making human traps, I'm not alone at home, or the porch man?
Gonna have to go with the first one. It's like, I don't know how you skipped any of the others out of that none. Whoa. If anybody
Here we
reads
go.
my notes, they're gonna think I'm a freaking psycho.
I grew up on the countryside right next to a national park frequently visited by nature lovers and bird enthusiasts. It was the kind of park where you're not really allowed to bike or ride horses, only walk or run. But 10-year-old me felt it was a stupid
Same.
rule and did so anyways, because the trails were perfect for it.
Same.
I knew fully well that I wasn't supposed to do that and was caught a few times, but nothing much came of it apart from a half-hearted don't do it again. And I did, of course, until one day something frightening happened that made me stop. My family were horse breeders, and I would often take one of the horses for a ride, usually in the Forbidden Park. This day, very early morning, the first day of the summer holiday, was beautiful outdoors, misty and foggy, yet a sky that promised a sunny day ahead. Since it was so early, before 6 o'clock, I knew there wouldn't be anyone on the trail to see me, so I let the horse set off full speed along the trail. I only slowed down on the part of the trail that got steep on one side, leading down to the river, because the thought of one step too close to the ledge was too much even for a kid with next to non-existing risk assessment skills. Suddenly, the horse came to a halt and refused to take another step. I grew up with horses all my life and knew that that usually indicates that you need to investigate. Is there something with the hooves? Did the horse spot something that spooked it? The hooves were fine, but the horse didn't move an inch. That's when I saw it. Someone had set up a trap. A thin, sharp metal wire across the trail in perfect neck height for an adult. I stopped and looked around, but didn't see anyone. The wire was well attached to two trees and impossible for me to remove. So I led the horse around it, and to do so I had to walk a bit up into the wooded area on the side of the trail. That is when I heard the singing. There's a song called Hej Tom Tegabar, and it was that melody, but the lyrics were different and sung in a muffled, sniggering voice. Today I only remember parts of it, but translated it would have been something like, "Hey, all you runners, come here passing, let the lifeblood pour out." I, as silently as I could, with my heart in my throat, backed away, got up on the horse and hurried back the way I came as fast as I could. I knew I had to tell someone about it, but at the same time wanted to avoid admitting to riding a huge and very forbidden horse on the protected trails. So now I had a problem. The old stories about a mad old man living in the shed in the woods, a shed that was a one cottage for the local hunter. And
Yeah, she's just having big dreams.
Okay.
Alright. The tongue's sticking out and everything. Can you see her? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can see her. She's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. The old story is about a mad old man living in the shed in the woods. A shed that was a cottage for the local hunter came back to me as I hung on the horse for dear life. I got home and told my older brother what had happened, and he went back there with me in tow. We found the wire trap, and after a while of searching, we also found a spear, like pole in the ground, right on the spot where you'd land if you came running and jumped over the fallen tree on the trail. And that's when we called the police. The area was searched and several similar traps were found, but no sight of the old man. The following summer, though, there was big news in the local paper about spear-like poles being found under the water surface, directly under that little tower you're supposed to dive from at the lake. And black garage bags filled with big rocks were found on the narrow bridge crossing the river, so that if a car had hit it, risk is it would have gone off the road and into the water. The end. Got some maniac out there setting up fucking traps to kill people.
Especially if you are like a biker when you're not supposed to and you're going fast, and you're gonna get sliced in half. Some bikes, especially like e-bike type stuff, go like 30 or 40 miles an hour. You're dead. Oh. and why do they all have to do something weird? This one's singing about chopping people
I
up
know.
or whatever.
I know. What's the singing,
everybody
guys?
doing something
the laughing, the
weird?
singing. It just makes it creepier. That's why. Because that's why they do it. Because it makes it creepier.
You're already doing something terrible. Why you gotta...
Right?
Oh my God.
Well, Laura, do you want to do another one? Or... do you got one more?
I got one more for you.
Cool.
I do. It's the man in the yellow raincoat.
The man in the yellow raincoat.
Yeah, that guy right there.
All right, let me
Get cozy for this nice and...
I'm nice and cozy. Let's
snuggled
go.
up, story. So this is a story that happened to my mom's friend in Korea about 10 years ago. Every time I hear this story, I still get the chills. My mom's friend lived in an apartment complex in Seoul.
Soul.
Fuck that up.
It's literally
Soul.
like saying
Well,
soul.
yeah.
Literally just soul.
I
Yeah.
like it. But she was a stay-at-home mother with a young daughter, and her husband worked during the days. One day, she was coming home from running errands with her daughter and got onto the elevator in her building. When she got on, she noticed that there was a man wearing a cap and a yellow raincoat, and he kept his head low so that she couldn't really see his face. She immediately felt really uneasy, and she made her daughter stand to her side, furthest away from the man. What made her feel even more uncomfortable was that when she pressed the button for her floor, there was no other lit number. And on top of that, she noticed that he was carrying something wrapped inside of a newspaper close to his side. Things started to click in my mom's friend's head, and she started to panic and decided to take out her cell phone and pretend she was calling home to her husband, who was obviously really not at home but at work. She started saying things like, "Oh, I'm on the elevator and about to get off. Can you get the door for me?" And making it seem like her husband was waiting at home. When the elevator did reach her floor, I think she lived on the 12th floor. Also, that's a long time to stay in an elevator with someone creepy like that.
Oh. Yeah, it
That's
is.
rough.
12
Yeah.
floors. Oh.
Knowing that that's also the floor that he's going to, I guess.
Apparently, because he didn't hit any other
No.
buttons.
But she quickly got off and grabbed her daughter and started to walk as fast as she could to her apartment. She noticed that the man also got off on her floor and was slowly following her down the hallway. When my mom's friend got to her door, she started to bang on it and shout, "Hey, husband or dear." Obviously, it's like a Korean word. I'm gonna fuck it up so hard, so I don't even know.
Ooh, spell it for me.
Yeobo.
Yobo.
Yobo?
Yobo. Yobo. My Korean isn't great, but
Mark
it's
is
Yobo.
really good at it.
It usually means darling or
Yeah,
like
said
dear
husband
or like
plus
sweetheart.
dear.
It's a term of endearment that you usually say to your spouse or significant
Mark's so good
Yobo.
at stuff like that. But she said that and said, "I'm home, please open the door," and kind of pretended like he was coming to answer the door. Upon seeing this, the man in the yellow raincoat started to walk away back towards the elevator. When he seemed to be far enough away, my mom's friend quickly picked up her daughter and slid open the door's passcode thingy. This is usually how people get into their homes in Korea, and started to frantically punch in her key code. But the problem was that the buttons would make a sound, so the man knew that no one was going to answer the door for her, and he turned around and started to run back towards her. My mom's friend at this point was practically screaming, and when she finally got the door open, the first thing she did was throw her daughter in through the door. And when she got in herself, she saw that the man was pretty much inches from her door, but she managed to shut it and lock it before he could wedge his hand or weapon into the door. Afterwards, looking through the door's peephole, she saw that the man was walking away back towards the elevator. Several months later, my mom's friend was watching the news, and there was a coverage on the capture of a serial killer named Yoo Young-chul, who used to kill a lot of prostitutes. She told my mom that she could never forget the dread she felt when she saw the too familiar yellow raincoat and hat that he was wearing when apprehended. And then they also linked a wiki page on him.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that his birthday is a day right after hers.
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh.
I do want to look him up,
Hate
though.
that.
Like, click on open link. I want to look what he looks like. Is there a
I
picture
know,
of
I'm
him or
gonna
not?
look him up.
They don't have a picture of him. He admitted to the murders of multiple people, mostly prostitutes and wealthy old couples. The Seoul Central District Court convicted him of 20 murders, although one case was dismissed when it turned out the crime had been committed by another serial killer. This serial killer burned 3 and mutilated at least 11 of his victims, and admitted that he ate the livers of some of his victims.
Dang.
And he committed his crimes
Scary.
between September 2003 and July 2004. Jeez. That is only like a year.
Damn. That's insane.
His motives, and this was said in front of a TV camera, saying women shouldn't be sluts and the rich should know what they've done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay. So, a woman walking with her daughter means she's
Right.
a slut and should be murdered? What?
Or is she
What?
rich? Like, which...
Well, oh, I guess maybe, yeah, she could be considered
I guess
rich.
which one? Like, which one is she?
I don't...
Both? Can you be?
But are you gonna
I
murder
don't
the
know.
kid, too?
Yeah.
What did the kid do? It's not the kid's fault that they have money, like...
I
what...
know, like, in his 20 he got convicted of, were any of them children at this point? Like... Bro.
That's insane.
Almost being murdered by a serial killer.
Dude, for real.
That's bananas.
For real. Like, that's absolutely insane. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Alright.
Do you have any creepy stories of your own? Of, like, personal creepy stories?
No.
I really don't think I do either, unfortunately.
Haven't really, thankfully, had any creepy,
I'll try to, like,
super
think
creepy
about it,
encounters.
and I'll get it out for y'all. Make it fun, don't worry.
We'll dig real
dig
deep down.
I got therapy next week, it's fine.
We just gotta dig deep, deep, deep,
That's
deep down and pull up some things from the dredges for you.
Don't you worry.
And we'll share it with y'all,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I've definitely done Ouija board type stuff growing up, so I saw a little bit of that stuff happening.
Never done a Ouija.
Never done a Ouija. I don't
Never
recommend.
done a Ouija.
Don't recommend.
No,
I want to ask the people who
never
live in
will.
that house now if it's like.
Hey, how's it going in that house of yours?
Yeah. Is your
'Cause,
parlor just like fucked up? Because I
ghosts or
wonder why.
anything?
Like that house was haunted no matter what, and I think we just made it worse. Obviously. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's usually what happens when you use
Yeah.
a Ouija board. Because it's a portal. And a lot of people forget to close that portal, and when you don't close that portal, you kind of just leave the door open for whoever to walk on in.
True, because I don't think I ever knew about closing nor opening. We were just playing. Alright.
But yeah, that's what's dangerous about it being considered a game.
Good times. Good times.
Good
It's
times.
fun.
Fantastic. It's
great. I don't live
it's
there,
great.
but, you know.
Someone else does. Hope it's going fine for
Yeah.
them.
It's fine. It's a beautiful house. Bummer.
It's fine. It's great.
I got
It's
you a
great.
discount. You're welcome.
That's fantastic. I love that. Oh my god. Well, I think we'll call it here.
Yeah,
About an hour and 16 in, so
I think we're
I
good.
feel like that's
Good. Yeah.
I think that was good.
That
You
was
know,
good. We
got
did
good-
great, Kaylee.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah,
awesome.
we did.
Don't forget that.
we are awesome. Don't ever forget that.
I almost got excited because I was like, oh, we could do an ad, a fake ad, but that's for our game ones. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
for
figure
game
out
ones as
spooky
well,
ads,
so.
fake ads for our game
There you
ones,
go.
so.
That's
Stay
what you gotta do.
fucking
Get working
tuned.
on it. Get working on it, Laura. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, topic ideas, you can hit us up at our email, which is chaosandcatspodcast@gmail.com. You can also hit us up at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It is at Chaos and Cats Pod, and we have a YouTube channel, which is at Chaos and Cats Podcast. Excuse me.
I don't know
And
how
we
you type
also
that
have
in, but figure it
linked-
the fuck out.
And also linked down below are our personal Instagrams. I'm sorry, I speak so fast sometimes that I trip
That's
over
it.
words. All of it's linked down below in the description, episode notes, whatever you want to call it. So it's all there. It's all there. All of the things. Yeah, that's it. That's the episode. We hope you have a spooky October.
Yes. And if you think you're a witch, come keep listening, okay? Because we are too.
Even if you're not, you're allowed to stay. It's witches, ghouls,
Well, yeah.
everything in between, you know, whatever.
Anything in
so,
a weird realm of things.
yeah.
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 Bye.
All right, bye.